Oh, hello. It's past 10 o'clock at night. Finally, the hot sun's gone. It's been hot. I'm still in Zamora. You know, that day when I made that little video, I was in another place in Zamora, but then I went, here. It's another camper place. Yeah. And when I came there, look at me standing there, yeah. When I came there, 88. Now let me just go on with the video. I was completely alone when I came there, so, and then a lady came and I thought she was police because she was just standing there and doing a journal, and I'm still not sure about her, but it doesn't matter, I taped everything. But anyway, out comes this, at night, out comes this lady where I think now she's an absolute GCSE person, and she, with the body language I should have known, because I was really up high, because I checked that lady where I thought, she's a copper, and she said she wasn't. She was a professor in psychology and mathematics, which interests me, So, we had a nice talk, but I'm still not sure. She left right at the next morning, because she picked it up for me when that bitch with the dark hair started, and this bitch with the dark hair, she came on and she did this. Look at the body language. Yeah. I should have known, and I should have just turned round, because I was high in my energy and actually enjoying myself. So her message was, can you move up to the front a bit, because my friend wants to stand where you stand. And I said, well, it's late at night. It was 11 o'clock and I was just getting ready for bed, and even then I wouldn't do that, because it takes about 2.5 hours to make it drive ready. But I couldn't get that out of my cake hole, because they never let you answer when they ask you a question. So, it got out of hand, and I picked up my camera because I felt threatened, because she threatened me. I'm going to phone the council, I'm going to phone the police. And I said, okay, do that. Because, I can't. I was working all day, and to make it drive ready is just a lot of work. Oh, 2772 GYY. Definite. So, I just got my camera and started filming her. And then that lady, where I thought she was a copper, she came up and took it over for me, because, well, one, I don't understand complete Spanish, and two, she wouldn't let me talk anyway, the half-wit. So then it was all over. She went back to the car, the lady professor went to the car, and I went into my car, and because I'm high sensitive and my energy was broken into, I wasn't high anymore. I mean, not high on dope, but high on energy. And look at who's here. 1546 Ferdinand Jackie Simon. And I've seen that car many times, but it could be a dog, I don't know for sure. And then this one, 7443 DNX. And I don't know, it just scares me. Many go into that camper, this one. And they scare the living daylights out of me. So, anyway, so I went in my car, sitting there having a smoke and a bit of my coffee, and then I saw them sitting on that bench there. That woman with the dark hair, that woman there, and another someone else, and they were phoning everyone, and being very nice, yeah, on the phone. But when it started to be the story about me, they were making death threats, yeah, and talking as if they knew me, like info, yeah, that I lived in the car, it wasn't a holiday, and talking about the kampong, and then all the people that walked past, she ran up to and held, and the people that were nice to me turned all over and weren't nice to me anymore. This camper here, barged into my privacy because it's not even a metre away from me, but he don't give a cake, yeah, laptop. Well, maybe it's the kitchen cover. Anyway, so, I started taping it, and then suddenly that dark woman says, yeah, claro, because I taped her, and it's a word like abragada or something like that, which I am allowed to. If you don't like me to abragada you got to get off the public road, yeah, especially when you're threatening me. Yeah, that's the law. So, I taped that as well, and then the next day she started talking to a lady that stopped me and said, oh, you're so good looking. Now, I don't know which glasses she was wearing, but okay, thank you. And the next day, she started gossiping with her. And then when I asked her, did you talk to her about me? She said, no. Yeah. So, and she was telling her, like, this lady who called me guapa said to that little nitwit with the garden gnome voice, yeah. She's right old narcissist with a sabotaging character, and these are the ones that hurt me most and that I don't like the most, yeah, like the least. That lady that, I'll call her the guapa lady, walking a dog and call me guapa, she said to that little garden gnome, yeah, she's on a holiday, leave it, and then that garden gnome from that camper said, no, she's not on a holiday, she lives in her car. Now, how does she know? Yeah, and then she started talking about the kampong, and saying, yeah, why do these people, and then she kept on doing like this, yeah, like this, pointing at something which is the opposite side where these Dutch motherfuckers are, yeah, where their mothers are lichtekooien and their grandmothers as well, because I'm dealing with the third and fourth generation now from that camping herelse heide, yeah. So she said, yeah, well, and then leaning, yeah, against the camper like that and doing, yeah, why would these people there fire her house up? What would you do that for at that kampong? Like that, So she's been in contact with them. Yeah, so when they were sitting on the bench, that first evening when I was a little bit high in energy, which they hate, yeah, they hate it. They don't like me to have a nice time. Yeah. Nor did they like that on the camping.
Gracias.
De nada. And then when they were sitting on the bench doing that, I eventually, after 1 or 2 hours, I said, stop, please. Stop it. Yeah. And then the next day she did it again to all these people, and I had enough, and I picked up my camera and I said, why are you doing this? Yeah. And then she kept on saying, para, acting as if I'm crazy, as if I'm thinking things that are not. Yeah? Yeah, that's what they do these days. These fucking gaslighters, narcissistic gaslighters with a sabotaging character. That's why I asked these psychiatrists, are you treating the victims or the felons? Yeah? Because that's important to know. Yeah, and they never do. They always treat the victims, and the felons walk the streets and carry on and on and on. Yeah, and the judge does nothing about it. Yeah, and I've lost everything now 3 times, and Gaby Kros said it. Yeah, we're taking everything away from her, her house, her cars, her animals, everything, and we're gonna do it again. And she said that to Peter Schuller's daughter, and when she went outside, she laughed her ass off to me in a white little car. Yeah, but before that, her therapist came from Sociaalwijkteam Hoekse Waard, and I don't know what she said, but she said it's soft. And then this therapist, yeah, said, hola, said, dat komt wel ooit binnen, Johnny. You know, yeah, that's tough on you. As if I'm doing something. And I taped myself 24/7. I even taped here she is. I even taped myself on the way from Drenthe to there, and I was dead scared. As if I felt it, you know. Okay, yeah, that's the garden gnome voice, and she's in on it, yeah. Weet je wel, fucking bitch. So, because I didn't want to move, yeah, this is what she did. Yeah, this little fucking maggot, yeah. Look, here she goes. Yeah. Anyway, acting as if I'm, off my face. Go on. And when I told them with the camera, stop, please, she acted as if I was off my face. You know, that's what the narcissists do. They gaslight you. Yeah, they rather have you locked up in the crazy home, while it's the truth. 1819, Harold door Ypsilon, zilvergrijze wagen. Rather have you locked up in the crazy home than find out the truth, these judges, because I'm money. That's why. You know, if they lock me up in some kind of home, it's like 7,500 euro. Okay, they're talking about me again. They're talking about me. Just as I look at them, they look away. She's so crafty, you know. She acts as if she's talking about the dogs, but she's not. You know, teringhoer. Achterbuikse slet. Wacht maar. Weet je, Deus mira todos. Absolutely total. All because I didn't want to move, but that's not true. Now let me tell you how it is. Yeah. So that was the night before yesterday. It was a subliminal setup by these fucking Dutch bastards from camping herelse, heide and Ridderkerk and Dordrecht, etc., etc. You know the families now. What they set up is that one comes to me, yeah, and asks me to move. Yeah? And I say no, because I can't. Bodily, I can't. Yeah? And then it starts, yeah? Then they start escalating it and da, you know. It was a setup. Because, you know, the next day I found out that she knew stuff about me that she can't possibly know. How does she know that I live in the car? Yeah? Yeah. Bitches. Yeah? Narcissists with a sabotaging character trying to gaslight me. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah? Now, then the night came, and obviously I couldn't sleep. That's the last video. Yeah, I'm awake all night. Yeah, guarding. A motor drives by. I think it was Jimmy Schuller, but I'm not sure. Motor drives by, and a bit's on the street with a dog. It's like a fucking simulation, but it's them. Yeah, it's all planned, because I've got a whole recording through the wall with Peter Schuller teaching them how to do this. They went in my home. I sent the keys to the cleaner lady. Yeah. And I was so stupid to send the lady through WhatsApp the tracking code, and they got the keys, duplicated them, and then 3 weeks after, it took 3 weeks for those keys to get to that lady, and the lady didn't dare anymore. She was scared. They went in my house and put back all the energy. Yeah. No, I've got proof of stuff, that's not me. Yeah. Put back all the energy as high as they could. Now I've got to pay €4,200 extra on top of the normal bill. Well, that's never happened in my life. That's what Peter Schuller does. He's a bitch. He pounced my tyres 55 times on camping herelse heide. Little bastard, no hair. Completely in a tiz was, hormonally wise, yeah. So, she's just acting as if I'm crazy, and she can't do that because I taped everything on that bench, everything. That's so clearly, you can hear that so clear. It's impossible that you can't hear that. Yeah. So now, yesterday night I had to be up. For the day before yesterday, I had to be up all night. And then yesterday, I just went to sleep. Yeah. Nothing the matter. Now, from it started round about 3 o'clock. Yeah, around about 3 o'clock it started. I know that tonight I won't have any sleep. Yeah? Dude, these fucking bastards with their fuck whores. Yeah? And I am fed up. That I tried 100 times in the Spain police to do denunciar, and they refuse. Yeah. I tried to do denunciar for spy hardware in my car. Yeah. And they refuse. Yeah, that's police for you. Yeah? And then they demand my respect. No. I don't respect you if you do those kind of things. You are handling this case, this bizarre case, 28 years. Yeah. So criminogenic, you're going to get me killed, but not only me, also Gaby. Gaby Kros, you're going to get her killed. You're going to get me killed and Gaby Kros killed. That's what you're going to achieve. Yeah? So, this is now 28 years. It's because of that fucking upper lip who's been threatening me 10 years with the TBS clinic in Holland. Google it, Dutch TBS clinic, what the fuck that is. As if I belong there, Shut up. They will not let me prove my case. They won't. They won't let me prove my case. Yeah. Now, it's now 1 year and 2 months that they've been harassing me, psychologically terrorizing me with all sorts of tactics, and I've all taped them. Yeah. En duplo, that should be enough. Yeah. I didn't tape everything, but from every tactic that they use, I've got at least two recordings, but they don't want to work, this priory. They hate me. Yeah? They hate me. So, and then you want my respect. It's sickening, yeah? She's a fucking bitch, this one here. And she's just been talking to that lady with the black dress that walks like a fucking man, yeah? Black dress that walks like a fucking man, yeah? And then she quickly walks on, this lady with the black dress. Yeah, she's in on this little fucker. Yeah. And I thought first that it only was because I wouldn't move my car at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. But that was not what it was. It was a setup. Yeah, because they keep on, 1 or 2 days they're quiet. Yeah, and then 4 or 5 days a week I cannot sleep. None. Yeah, it breaks you mentally. Yeah, and they laugh their arse off, these little fuckers on over the water. Yeah. You know, and I hear people talk about me in Spanish, and I keep hearing the word suelta, which means get her, or it means she's alone, get her. Yeah, a little bastard. Oh. She's a fucking bastard. I gotta wait till my cats are dead. Yeah. And then I'll be in jail all the time. Because if I didn't have cats and she doing that, yeah, acting as if I'm the crazy one while she is in on it, otherwise she wouldn't know that I live in the car. She wouldn't know that. Yeah. Then I would have smacked her face, yeah, until it's the same colour as the sky behind me. But I've still got my cats. When my cats are dead, it's done. I'll be in jail all the time for these narcissists with a sabotaging character gaslighting you for their criminal behaviour. Yeah? Now, and the police, yeah, Spain, France, Germany, Holland, they don't do anything. Why? Because I've got a recording straight through the wall of the upper lip, yeah, going in that house from Achterstraat 38 in Nieuw-Beierland, Hoeksewijk, yeah, telling them that we've got to get her this time and we will organise everything. Which he is, yeah. They're paying all their accommodation, rental cars, rental campers, probably motors and mud bikes, etc. Food, drinks, alcohol, coke, yeah. And the Dutch taxpayer is paying it. Now, yeah. When are you gonna sort this out, Judge? Yeah. I understand that you signed an oath, sarcastically, metaphorically speaking, with your elbow for your pot of gold. I understand. You know, we all need to protect the priory. Yeah, to keep things in order and honest. Yeah. But your priory, yeah, your assisting personnel in the priory are as corrupt as polyester. Yeah, and I noticed in Utrecht that you don't have to protect them, you want to. Yeah, even if they've got a mouth as a serpent servant and their daddy tells the public on these platforms, yeah, I've raised my kid Christian. Well, she's fucking not. Even then, you are more than glad to protect them, rather than play a good judge. Yeah? So, when are you gonna fucking sort this out? It's now 28 years nearly. You've been fucking me up in your black dress for 28 years, yeah? You've got the fucking nerve to better me every letter to the darn T when I'm upset, yeah? Yeah? Better my grammar when I'm because I know what I've got in front of me, yeah? While it was a case about knifing someone, yeah? I was accused of knifing someone, and all you got time for is better me every letter to the darn T in your black dress sitting down. How can I respect you? Yeah. All I respect and honour and worship is Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah. And he sees what you are all doing and concocting. And it's going to be your turn one day. Yeah. Look, she can't shut up, or? Okay. Listen, she can't shut up. She's got to be in the story, so let's put her in the story. Yeah, let's put her in the story with her garden gnome voice, his little narcissist out. Honest, you know, he's talking to all these people about me, and then when I call her out, she's acting as if I'm crazy. You know. Don't forget, yeah, don't get me wrong, narcissists are very sweet, very simpatico, because it's a front, it's a helmet, right? Empaths are not simpatico, but you're safe with them. Yeah.